You maybe have seen movies get recommended to you on Netflix, but imagine a film so weird the algorithm just gave up.
I don't understand a word you just said.
A 2004 indie comedy left viewers either obsessed or totally confused, and it broke Netflix's early rating system so badly it shocked data scientists for years. Today we're discussing about how Napoleon Dynamite destroyed the Netflix algorithm and why the movie still matters.
Most of you probably know me from a movie called Napoleon Dynamite.
My name is Napoleon Dynamite. My residence is Preston, Idaho.
Pretty much the worst video ever made.
I have one older brother,
Come down here and see what happens if you try and hit me.
a grandma,
Get off, Napoleon. Make yourself a dang quesadilla.
and an uncle. Hear me now.
It's a movie that a bunch of college friends of me made.
You can kind of say it's a high school comedy movie, but it's not your typical. It's very independent. It's about this dorky guy who makes friends with the new kid at school named Pedro.
Napoleon, this is Pedro. Would you mind showing him where his locker is?
And it's just about the weird people in his life and in his family.
Jeez!
It was a whirlwind. We had no idea what to expect.
I never thought that making a movie like Napoleon Dynamite would make such an impact.
Well, this is a film about the underdog, you know, and friendships and relationships.
What?
Welcome to Napoleon Dynamite and enjoy the show.
Took off, and now I'm here hosting Saturday Night Live.
This small indie film did the opposite of every major studio. It had a $400,000 budget,
Yeah, right, Napoleon. I made like $75 today.
and somehow it made over $46.1 million at the box office.
No doubt in my mind.
Back in 2004, Netflix was different. No streaming, just DVD by mail.
There's something special about getting a package in the mail.
You signed up, picked some movies, and get them in the mailbox. It was $22 a month. And to keep people to continue ordering films, they built a system. It was called Cinematch. Cinematch was Netflix's first algorithm system. It looked at the movies you like. If you like The Firm, it might suggest Michael Clayton. If you love Gladiator, maybe you're gonna like Braveheart. Simple pattern stuff. And most of the time, it worked until it met Napoleon Dynamite. Because of this movie, the rating system made no sense. No middle ground, no pattern, just chaos. Cinematch could not predict who would like it, and that totally broke the system. Netflix needed help, so in 2006, they launched a challenge. If you could improve their algorithm by 10%, $1 million. Tons of data scientists joined, and they all ran into the same problem, Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon, don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Now, I actually got to sit down and talk with Chris Balinski, the winner of the Netflix prize, and he revealed the complexities and challenges behind the movie's recommendation problem. Chris recognized that user preference is different from person to person, even though the interview audio got corrupted during our interview. Classic Napoleon Dynamite energy. I'm incredibly thankful he took the time to break down how the algorithm worked and how even though it was not used fully, the techniques and information influenced the evolution of Netflix recommendation system. So what is it about this movie? Well, it's quiet. Nothing really happens. There's no plot and no clear genre. It's just people being people, having conversations about life and love.
Well, things are getting pretty serious right now. I mean,
Dreams and regrets.
Man, I wish I could go back in time. I'd take state.
You either connect with them instantly or spend the whole time wondering, what are you watching? I think the reason that people respond to Napoleon, you start noticing little details. You get used to Napoleon's voice. You start rooting for Pedro. And by the end, it feels like you're part of their world. Like you're the fourth friend just hanging out. It's not about big moments. It's about the in-between stuff. The awkward silence. The milk tasting scene. The dance at the end. It makes you laugh, then pause, then question yourself. Wait, why do I actually love this? That's why the algorithm cannot handle it. Because this was not just about enjoying the film. It was not action. It was not drama. It was not romance. It was comedy comedy depending on your taste. It was something else. Something messy, something human. Something no system could understand. Because it's about the human experience. An algorithm can understand data, but it cannot understand human emotions. Cinematch was not trying to understand your soul. It looked at your ratings and tried to guess what else you like. It was all stats, all pattern.
I don't think you can really compare Napoleon to films that have been done before.
This summer, Napoleon Dynamite can teach you how to snag a woman in just 3 easy steps.
But here's the problem. People are not consistent. What we like or don't like is unpredictable. So by 2006, 30,000 people signed up. Data scientists, programmers, all trying to crack movie taste. One guy, Len Bertoni, was close, real close. He had been reading codes for months with the help from his kids. He said Napoleon Dynamite was wrecking his progress. Just one movie, but it was throwing off his predictions so badly, he made up 50% of the total error. Chris Bolinski, who ends up winning the challenge, said how they didn't know how the system made some of its predictions. He said it just worked like a black box. They had Napoleon as the worst prediction score. So why the algorithm didn't work?
Turned out to be a movie that people either really loved or hated. There were a lot of ratings of 1s and 5s.
Well, because of the challenge, Netflix had it like this. Let's say Netflix has a user named Sarah. She gave Little Miss Sunshine 5 stars. So Cinemesh thinks, oh, she will love Napoleon Dynamite. He recommends the movie, she watched it, and then hated 1 star. Now the system's confused. It thought it understood Sarah's taste. Indie, quirky, heartfelt. But this movie, which looks like her vibe on paper, just didn't land. Now imagine someone like Mark. Mark's all about action. He gave Die Hard 5 stars. Love Gladiator. Rewatch Batman Begins like 10 times. So Netflix like, cool, let's just keep feeding him more of that. Then somehow, Mark then watched Napoleon Dynamite and give it 5 stars. No explosions, no plot, no intensity, just awkwardness, tetherball, and a guy drawing leggers. The system doesn't get it. It has no clue why he liked it. There's nothing in his history that points to this kind of movie. It doesn't know if Mark is a quirky comedy guy. That's the Napoleon Dynamite problem. It breaks the patterns, and patterns are the only thing algorithms understand. Napoleon Dynamite ruined that logic because 2 people who agree on everything, like Sarah and Mark, completely disagree on this one movie. It broke the code.
No, Napoleon's got a extremely original vibe to it. I mean,
it made your movie twin feel like a stranger. The deeper they went, the messier it got. People rate movies based on more than just genre. Sometimes it's your mood. Sometimes it's who you watch it with and don't know why. And Napoleon Dynamite lives in that weird space. It lives in all spaces, to be honest. Like a mirror, like glass.
Looking in the mirror for everybody in America.
It's not just about plot or structure. It's about the feels. You cannot recommend a feeling with code. And then in 2009,
Team Corbell, later known as Bellcore,
they improved Netflix algorithm by 10.5%. Just enough to win the $1 million prize. They use a bunch of advanced models, matrix factorization, neural nets, stuff way deeper than Cinematch. And it worked. The predictions were smarter, tighter, and more accurate. The way we watch stuff and what Netflix needed to recommend had completely changed. The original price was built for DVD rentals, but streaming brought in totally new data. What you click, what you pause, what you binge at 2 a.m. So instead of using the winning model, Netflix built something new, based on behavior. They needed a system that could learn in real time. Recommending a movie is not just about what you have liked before, it's about who you are right now. That's the part no algorithm can see. You don't just watch a movie. You bring yourself to it, your history, your humor, your weird high school memories, your memories with your grandma. That's why the movie sticks, because the characters are not just characters.
So you become. You either were that person at some point or inside you are this guy.
Napoleon is awkward but honest. He says what he wants. He doesn't care if he's cool. Pedro is soft-spoken but bold. He runs for class president without saying much at all. Dev is quiet, creative, unsure, but still shows up selling keychains and glamour shots. That's the magic. You don't just watch them. Some days you're Napoleon, trying to fit in, failing, but still showing up. Some days you're Pedro, shaving your head, taking a quiet risk, hoping someone believes in you and helps you. They're all awkward, all trying, just like us, just humans. Because it says you don't need to be loud to be memorable. You don't need to be popular to matter. You don't need to leave your hometown to do something big. And then there's the dance. No build-up, no explanation, just Napoleon walking onto the stage and letting go. It's awkward, it's unexpected, and it's perfect. I feel the dance is the best part of the movie because it's not just about impressing anyone, it's about showing up for someone else. Napoleon has been practicing this dance, and after finding that VHS in the store, he had to help his friend Pedro. He begins, and it was perfect. It's about doing the thing that holds you back, even if people don't understand it. It's the most vulnerable moment in the movie, and somehow the bravest. We almost break the algorithm of life to dance like nobody's watching, even when they are. Because to be honest, how many people who was there watching Napoleon dance are gonna remember him many years later? Some may do, but not others.
I hope your guys' experiences are unforgettable.